All right, guys, welcome to another KevCAM night class tonight. Tonight we have Steve Welsh helping us out with any questions or concerns that come up along the way. Steve, are you there?
I'll introduce myself quick. Steve Welch is my name. I'm an account manager here at SolidCAM, and I'll thank everybody as well for sitting in on this session tonight. We appreciate your time.
Absolutely, guys. And for those of you guys that are new, right now we use GoToWebinar to do these night classes. And if you guys do have any questions or concerns that come up, please let us know. There is a questions panel in the GoToWebinar. And the reason we kind of have everybody on mute is, I mean, we have, 30 plus people in here, and the background noise gets a little bit loud. So we just put everybody on mute and then just go ahead and type those questions in, then we'll address those right away for you guys and get those answered. And Steve will type them back to you, or if he can't, if he needs help or the advanced question, we'll definitely cover it as we're going through. But definitely, guys, take this time to, get as much as you can out of it. Tonight we are going to be covering 3D corner offset in HSM and HSM Prismatic. So it's a pretty cool technology in there. And we're getting into the little better functions of HSM, and I know we've been kind of going through a long series with the HSM series, kind of going through with a fine-tooth comb, but like I said, guys, let us know if you guys do have any questions or concerns or want to see something, and that kind of rolls off on the next thing. If you guys do have ideas for night classes, definitely send those over to me in an email. We'll send you some SolidCAM swag. You can see I got a little flyer here, submit your topic and get SolidCAM hat and t-shirt. For those of you guys that don't have my email address, let me just put it into the chat for you guys here. Okay, just put my email in there. And then also what I'll do is I will put my YouTube channel in there also. And on that YouTube channel, it will bring you to right here, and in here is a bunch of videos, including every night class that we've done for the last, I think we're going on 10 months now of doing these classes, and every one that we've done in there, and then also tips and tricks along the way. So both Mark and myself come in here and add tips and tricks videos throughout the week too. So you'll see right here we just added a custom porting tool a day ago, but definitely come in here, check out the videos. Now,
hey, Kev.
Yep.
Kev, I think you might have needed were you showing something different? We're still on the regular screen.
Oh, shoot. I did that last week too. Sorry about that, guys.
Hey, I added value for a change, guys, and I'll just chime in too. It's not too hard to stump me, but if I don't know the answer, we'll get it in front of Kevin too.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry about that, guys. For those of you guys who were here last week, I did that exact same thing last week and forgot about it. Okay, so here's the YouTube channel. Right here, you guys will see that I was talking about that custom porting tool on how to create that porting tool and how to use it. But like I said, come here, check it out. For those of you guys that are a little new to the YouTube, if you guys go to the SolidCAM University channel or just type in KevCAM, it will bring it up. And then you guys can actually search inside my channel. So if you're looking for something specific, you can come in here and just type a search and it will bring up a video. I think we got like 109 videos so far, and like I said, try to add 2 to 3 a week. So definitely a great place of knowledge right here to come check that out. And then all our night classes are all recorded. So if you guys did miss a previous one, so last week we did HSM pencil milling and parallel, which is right here. And then 3D constant step over. So they're all here for you guys to check out. And if you guys do want these parts, I can definitely send these over to you so you guys can play with them and see what I actually did to those, so you can have them in front of you too. So, but with that being said, let's get the ball rolling this evening with the class. So like I said, we're going to be covering 3D corner offset and prismatic, and we'll start off with prismatic first and then work our way over to the 3D corner offset. Prismatic is basically meant for prismatic parts. What I mean by prismatic is basically 2D parts. We're utilizing a 3D toolpath and able to throw it onto a 2D part, but very easily. And that's the key point right there. So with Prismatic, it kind of does, it combines the constant Z and 3D constant step over, and it combines them together. And so what it does is it's going to look at the entire part, and we're going to be able to finish our straight up and down walls and our floors all in one toolpath. So if we get going here, what I've done so far is I roughed it out with 3D iMachining. Just came in here, did 3D iMachining. We kind of went over 3D iMachining multiple times already, so I'm not going to get too in depth with that, but you'll see when I did my 3D iMachining, I automatically left 15 thou on my wall and 15 thou on my floor. So now I need to come back and finish up all that toolpath. Now, many different ways of going about this. I can come in here and create pockets for all this. I can come in here and do 2D iMachining, which is all going to require a little bit more work. This is the easy button for the Prismatic side of things for HSM. So it's definitely a real cool technology and real easy to use. So, so first thing first, I'll just do my 3D HSM and switch this over to Prismatic, and you'll find Prismatic at the very bottom here. We'll go ahead and grab a tool. Now with the Prismatic, I definitely recommend using a flat bottom end mill or a bull nose, just because since we are working on basically a 2D part, you're going to get a lot nicer finishes. You'll be able to increase your step over much larger using a flat end mill versus that ball end mill, obviously because the contact area is going to be much larger. So we'll just grab that same 1/2" end mill that we used to rough out right here. Now, if you guys were using, or if we were in harder material, or if you guys want to change out tools, most definitely we can add that in here too and do pick different tools. So for my boundary, I'm going to leave everything at automatic here. So I'm not going to pick any geometry. I'm just going to let it create the box from the target. Passes. Now here is where you can set all your passes. If you guys want to do like a semi-finish, you guys can come in here and do a wall or a floor. But obviously with 3D iMachining, there's no need for that at all. Now the step down is going along the wall. How much do you want to step down? So this kind of comes in handy of if you guys don't have enough cutting length, or a short stubby, or I guess not really a short stubby tool, but more of just that you don't have enough flute length, you can set that step down right there. So if we just set a step down of, let's just do 25 thou, and now my step over is my floor. What do I want to step over on my floor? So I can come in here and just do 100 thou. Oops. Actually, we'll do 200 thou. And that's going to increase my floor. So what I'm coming in here is doing is it's going to finish all my walls, stepping down 25 thou, going around the entire part. And then once it hits the floor, it's automatically going to switch over to that 200 thou and finish up that floor going all the way around. The nice thing about this is all I had to do is pick the tool, and all I had to do was pick my step down and step over. Now, like I said, this part can be finished off in many different ways, but this kind of accommodates, I mean, it's real easy to use, and you guys have a lot of options in here versus, using a pocket operation or a profile operation or whatnot. So if I get a top-down view here, you'll see we have I'll just kind of get into this pocket right here, coming in this part, doing the walls, and then it gets down to the floor and it increases our step over, and we get that nice contour pocket style floor finish. So we're going to get a real nice looking floor finish there. But on our wall, we're doing that step down of 25 thou, we're going to get a real nice smooth finish going around there. Like I said, depending on the material, the tool and whatnot, sometimes you guys may want to take this all in one cut, which you definitely can do. But we're trying to go in at the point of if you guys don't have enough flute, or if you guys just want to take multiple passes stepping down for a nice finish too. So And right there, I basically roughed out my part using 3D iMachining and came back and did a Hsm Prismatic. And I have a complete part here in about, 5 mouse clicks, which is real nice. So let's just go ahead and simulate this real quick.
Kevin, programming that part in 2D methodology, you would individually have to chain areas as well, right?
Yep, absolutely.
So, yeah.
And that's kind of where the Hsm really shines is, you guys don't have to chain anything. It basically lays a blanket down over the entire part, looking at all the features and going to machine it all off. Let me just change my settings here to speed this up a little bit for you guys. So like I said, just doing the pockets there, doing the walls, does the floor.
Like that too, Kevin, because the tool is staying down too.
Yep.
I mean, not a lot of rapids.
Yep.
And
we're not getting
not jumping all over the part. Yep. Yep.
And what it does, it tries to find the fastest tool path possible. So it is pretty smart technology, and we'll actually kind of run into that with the 3D constant or 3D corner offset too. You'll see how it follows the technology. So you'll see we basically got our part all finished off here. But one thing that I kind of ran into here is if I kind of zoom in, even right here, you guys can see I have a little bit of a ledge right here. And we kind of talked about this with other Hsm operations. And the only thing what we need to do is basically what we did is we told it we wanted to do a 25 thou step down no matter what. So with that 25 thou step down, it left a little bit of a gap on the floor, which is fine. Even if we had a 200 thou step down, we'll have a larger gap there. But to accommodate that, all we have to do is come to our link. Under your passes, and click the automatic insert extra passes. So now what that will do is it knows that there was that gap between that floor and the wall, because Hsm, it follows those rules very strictly on those step downs, and it's only going to do that, that strict 25 thou step down. It's not going to shorten that up. So by putting these extra passes in there, it's automatically going to insert passes so it can clean up that floor or that ledge that was left over. So if I kind of come in here, you'll see we no longer have an edge there. And once it gets to the center pocket here, zoom out a little bit for you guys here.
Kevin, stepping down like that is going to give you a better finish, or why wouldn't you go full depth on the finish?
Only a couple times. Like I said, it kind of depends on flute length. It depends on how much you left over too. If you guys left, 5 thou and we're running, 1018, some of the softer alloys, aluminum, all that stuff, I would, instead of doing the prismatic, what I would do is I would use the Hsm Horizontal, and that's basically just going to take one pass along here and then do the finish on the floor. And we talked about that prismatic, the horizontal Hsm in another night class. But now that I inserted those extra steps, I don't have any lines going around the outside edge there, right there. And you'll see I didn't go down deep enough right here, and that's just all on my levels. I can come in here and switch it up and pick the bottom of my part, but it's a real, like I said, real easy to use tool path for you guys that aren't doing the 3D. And it's kind of cool because it's taken the 3D formula of picking geometry and, taking all that into factor and putting it all into a 2D format, I guess, for you guys. Is kind of what I'm getting at here. And you guys still have tons of control. We got our smoothing, you got your passes, you can change your angles, which on Prismatic I guess really isn't going to matter right here. But you can change your point reduction, all the stuff that we've talked about in previous classes. You can do that on a 2D part now, where if you guys were to do this in a pocket operation, you guys kind of lose some of that functionality, I guess you'd say. So, any questions, guys, on this particular part right here? All right, let's get on to another prismatic one here.
You're making it easy on me, Kevin, no question.
And then for you guys, I forgot to mention this at the beginning. So when we did the automatic add everybody in, for those of you guys that come every week and didn't want to sign up all the time, I thought I had a workaround and getting you guys in every week, but looks like I contacted GoToWebinar. They said they're having issues with that. So they're working on their team so they can figure out a way to get all of you guys automatically in here, and I apologize for the people that were automatically in there. I should have emailed all of you guys that were in there, but if I missed the email, I apologize for that. But for now, I have to wait till I hear back from their development team to add you guys in there. But for the meantime, unfortunately, you guys will just have to register like what we were doing before. So, okay. So right here, have another prismatic part, one with a open end right here, and I'm going to kind of show you guys how to approach that. A little bit different. So what I've done here is I roughed out this part using HSR. Come in here, just get rid of that extra material in there. I can't remember what size cutter I was using on that one. 1-inch big bulky cutter. Now this part is, to give you a little reference here, so about 17 inches wide, so a fairly decent sized part here. Excuse me. So now we wanted to basically finish off this part. We 3D roughed it out, just using the simple, easy feature of HSR. You could easily do this with 3D iMachine too, but figure switch it up for you guys a little bit. So now we can come in here, do our prismatic again. And I'm going to grab just a smaller tool than an inch here. There it is. So I'm going to grab my 625 cutter here. Now for my boundaries right here, I could pick automatic, but more than anything, I kind of wanted to focus on just a specific area. So basically, I just want to keep everything kind of contained within this area right here. So with that, I have an open edge. So what I want to do is, with HSM, there's no way to, when you're chaining your boundary, to mark it as open so it comes past it. So what I did is I just drew a quick, simple little sketch in here. For those of you guys that aren't sure or unfamiliar on how to do that, basically, even when you're in your operation, just right-click, sketch, and we can just draw those lines in there. Easy as that. And now we have our sketch in there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take advantage of that, come in here, and I can click, on my actual sketch, or I can click on the edge, and then I can do my constant Z and wrap that chain around. So what I've done is I've kind of extended that sketch out just a little bit, so we're going past and getting a nice, clean, sharp wall there. I can do this also by just doing my standard chain in there and doing external. But the only thing I didn't like about the external is I was actually starting to come up, get my part back over here, I was starting to come up and over onto the flat. And my part is already to size on the flat, so I wanted to keep that clean from the bar stock, didn't want to have any tool marks there, and I want to keep it below, but I wanted to extend past out here. So just like I said, just a quick, easy sketch in there, and that's one of the great benefits of working inside SolidWorks is you can add those sketches in there at any point in time. So, all right, so we'll go to our passes here. We'll do a step down of 100 thou, and let's see, let's just do, it might be a little large, 400 thou step over, nice finish. Now I can come in here, and let's say I don't want to come down into my pocket right here. I just want to come down to this floor, and then when I go to flip my part over, I can come finish it. So I can set my Z bottom just to right here. And I constantly forget this, guys, but you know, if you guys, they added in there, if you guys want, you guys don't actually have to click that button anymore. You just have to highlight right here and just click, and it updates for you. It's hard to teach an old dog new tricks, and I keep forgetting to do that myself.
The old dog.
Okay, so, but now, like I was saying before, since we are doing a 100 thou step down and a 400 thou step over, we're going to get that little lip there, so I'm just going to automatically come over and insert my extra passes to clean up those corners. Save and calculate. And we'll basically see what we're seeing on that other part is it's going to come in, finish all the walls, and then finish the floor for us.
Kev, you said that was a 17-inch part?
Yep.
Pretty good sized part. Yep.
Yep. Okay. And we are, let's see here. I'm machining off the floor, or I'm missing the floor here. Give me 1 second here, guys. Okay.
Maybe the old dog does need to learn a few tricks.
Yeah.
I think you did have maybe that down all the way to finished, Kev, or no?
I gotta see where I got my levels at here. No, I should be grabbing that. Let's see, what am I skipping over here? We should be cleaning up that floor too. Let's go to, let me just go back to the bottom of our part here. All right. No, it is completely avoiding that surface for some reason. What am I missing here?
As you can tell, everyone, live and no rehearsal.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny because I got that request a couple weeks ago saying that they look too perfect. You got to mess up more often.
You took it to heart, did you?
Yeah. Okay, got internal set. The best is when Ronnie pipes in and says, Kevin, you're missing to do this. Or one of the George will pipe in and say, hey, you're missing this.
I love it. Please, if anybody's got the answer, help Kevin out, throw it into the questions box.
All right, where am I missing here?
Did you pick that floor, Kev? I thought I saw you do it.
Yeah, it's all chained up. Let me just do a show. Yep. Got that chained. Don't have a wall offset.
Yep, George did ask, did you leave material on that floor from the roughing operation, Kev? That's what I was thinking too, maybe.
Yeah, let me check that.
I have that down.
Sure I did. All right, now the sweat beads are starting to come off. Okay, something to do with the step over. My step over was too large for some reason to accommodate to get that field in there. Boy, I'm not sure why that would do that. I'm going to have to look into that, guys. For some reason I had, with that 200th step over, it wasn't populating the toolpath there. Definitely have to look into that because it should be picking that up no matter what. The only thing, yeah, I guess I'm a little bit lost on why it would have done that. Just trying to think offhand here. It had to do with my my linking here. If I had too large of a boy, yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that.
I was just going to chime in, Kevin, for everybody that's on the call. If you do run into an issue like that, please bring it to support's attention. And if it is something maybe in a parameter, it will be pointed north. But if it is something that needs further investigation, we want to hear about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
okay. So after a little bit,
there is a question. Yep. Why is the Z bottom not honored? From Jordan.
Why is the Z bottom not honored? Z bottom not honored. Jordan, can you give me a little bit more information on what you mean?
Maybe.
Not honored. Let's see. You set the Z to the floor, but the path drops below it anyway. No, Jordan, what I did is I actually picked the bottom of the part. So right now I'm at 3.3 here. If I pick the floor for right here, and this is the lowest it's going to go. So now if I do save and calculate, it will basically avoid, I can't zoom in while it's calculating, it's going to avoid hitting, if you guys can see my mouse cursor, basically these walls right here, and anything below that, it will not go now.
Perfect. Yep, he picked it up.
Okay, great. Okay. And like I said, guys, there's not much to the Prismatic here. It pretty simple, easy, and it's, like I said, more meant for the 2D parts here. But I was just trying to think of some 2.5D parts that you guys could use this and approach it on. Do you guys have any other questions with the Prismatic here? We're running through and solid verify for you guys. You can kind of see it buzz through. And then now, since I picked just that bottom surface, that's why you'll see, like, down in that bore, we're actually not going down all the way anymore. And then we're not actually finishing this. So, what I would be doing now is flipping my part over, pocketing out this area, and then finishing this area right here. And then I can come finish this. Or what we can do is pick the bottom of the part, and then I wouldn't have to come back and finish these areas, kind of deal. So if you guys want, we can just do Z bottom real quick. So as long as it's calculating, something got brought to my attention a couple days ago, actually, and a couple of you guys have been asking to do like a little tech session on computer software, little gadgets that you guys can use. I know the 3D connection mouse got brought up, stuff like that. So in a couple, well, I'm not sure when they're going to be shipping the product. I can't really mention the product name quite yet. But would you guys be interested in doing like an unboxing video and like of something that would help you guys out programming wise? Sweet. All right. We'll do, I don't know if we'll do a whole night class on it. I might just do a live class and then we'll record it too, because obviously an unboxing video and how it works video won't take very long at all. But for those that you guys would be interested, What it will do is I'll send out an email blast of a unboxing video, and then you guys can attend it if you'd like. So we'll definitely do those. And like I said, I'm not sure when I'm going to get this product. They approached me directly from watching one of our night class videos and said, hey, check it out, do an unboxing video, see what you think of it, and let us know. So we'll do that coming up shortly. Okay, so all right, so nothing, like I said, nothing out of the ordinary there. Just basically with Prismatic, just combining constant Z and like a 3D constant step over to achieve the path. There is no way to modify the path. So if you guys wanted to do a different form, the only thing is like on these sharp corners right here, we can smooth out those a little bit more by turning on the smoothing feature, which is right here. But other than that, you know, it kind of just follows the profile of what's going on there, and just basically there to finish up any material that was left over from like a 3D iron machining or a HSR roughing operation. So, all right, so let's get into a little bit cooler toolpath here, and let's see, I got a 3D corner offset that one. So we kind of ran across this part, I think last week it was, when we did our pencil milling and parallel pencil milling. So now I want to take this one step further. 3D corner offset is a combination of HSM toolpaths also. So what it's doing is it's taking parallel pencil milling, and 3D constant step over and combining it all into one toolpath for you guys. So it's a combined toolpath of all these different operations for you guys. So what it does is it basically follows your surface. So using like a pencil mill strategy, but like when we were talking about the parallel pencil milling passes, you know, with the parallel, you could extend it off, you know, 5 in the, you know, going up the wall and 5 on the flat bottom. Well, now we're kind of taking that and doing that through the entire part, if you guys could kind of imagine that. So let me just start programming here, and let me get some toolpath on here, and I'll show you kind of what it's doing. So we got 3D corner offset. I'm going to grab my, let's see, what do I have in here? 4 millimeter, 3 millimeter. Yeah, let's do a 6 millimeter here. Constraint boundaries, I'm going to leave it just as auto. I'm not going to constrain anything. I want to do it to my target geometry here. You'll see that we actually have the pencil mill passes in here. So I can change, you were talking about that by tangency angle last week. But the real thing that I'm kind of concerned is my step overs. How much of a step over do we want for the horizontal and the vertical? So I'm just going to leave these at 1 inch right here. Let's just do a quick save and calculate here. And what it's going to do is you'll actually see the toolpath follow the contour of your part. So let me just minimize this here. And let me switch this over to bidirectional real quick. And bidirectional. Okay, so as I kind of come up on this part, you'll see once we're on the flat areas, it's following the structure of the part. The toolpath is following the structure of the SolidWorks model here. So real intelligent toolpath here. So kind of going along here, following, doing a nice radius, working our way around, gets into the flat areas. But then once we start getting up to this mold area right here, is it's starting to follow the shape of that. Now we get into the inner, and it's following that contour, that keeping that entire shape going through. So it basically follows the entire geometry for you. And like I said, this is, you know, we're talking last week with pencil milling and that parallel pencil milling. basically doing the same thing right here. If we kind of zoom in on this area right here, look at this is our original pencil mill pass right here, and we're extending that, in this direction basically indefinitely and this direction indefinitely, and it's providing all that toolpath for us. Now, the reason I set it at, 1 millimeter is I want to be able to show you guys the toolpath. Obviously, as I have it sitting right now, I'm not going to get a real nice surface finish, but this way you're able to kind of see what's going on here. If I set this to a more realistic number of 0.25 millimeter, which is about a 10th step over for you guys. Calculate all that toolpath real quick. And now you'll see that we have a nice, good covering of toolpath on there. Should have a real nice finish. But, like I said, following that same concept, we kind of come over here. You'll see that the toolpath is kind of following the contour of that surface, coming in here, following the inner, kind of going from, straight lines over here to turning into more of a circular toolpath, following all the way around, and then getting into the flat area, basically doing like a hatch style toolpath for you guys, but also kind of doing that 3D constant step over too, so it's constantly stepping over that same amount for you guys. So real nice toolpath, following that contour geometry there. Let me just switch this back to 1 millimeter real quick here so we can get a little better visual.
Kev, when did you go to metric tools? Just curious.
Oh, we had some guys that were asking to do some metric parts, so I got to throw some of the goofy numbers in there. takes me a little bit longer to calculate the brain with 1 millimeter is, but
keeps you on your toes. I like it.
You guys won't see on my other monitor. I have a big calculator. I'm trying to type everything in real quick. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so like I said, pretty basic. Like I said, we're taking into factor that we're using a 3D constant step over, pencil milling, and the parallel pencil milling passes, and combining all three of those strategies all into one. So any questions on this? We'll go on to another part here, but you guys will get real nice, like I said, real nice tool path, nice finishes, everything there. And obviously each part, the tool path will, depend on each part and how everything looks for you guys. But just like I said, kind of going through this HSM series and just kind of want you guys to get familiarized with what's everything that is in here. And just for myself going through this too, is there's a lot of stuff that it kind of turns on that light bulb. God, I kind of wish I would have used that tool path on this particular part here. So, but any questions on this part, guys, before we move on to the other one? Okay. Let me shut this one down. And we'll get on to a spoon. Okay, we did this one as a HSM spiral, I think it was, last time we did this part. So you'll see I still did my 3D eye machining here, got everything roughed out, and now we are going to do our 3D corner offset here. So we got my 3D corner offset. Go ahead and grab my cutter here. Now I'm going to constrain this one. I'm going to do to the circle right there. Just kind of contain it to that area. I have no need to come over on this flat area right here, especially when this is going to be ground. I can just come back and use a face mill operation or a pocket style operation for that. So not worried about that. I'm just worried about the internal of the mold here. Pencil passes, same as before. Let's go ahead and do a little bit larger of a step over so we can see some good tool path for you guys. Now this mold is, I think, about 14 inches by 14 inches. Can't remember offhand, so it's going to take a little calculation time here, but if anybody needs lots of spoons, let me know and I'll send you the mold and you guys can pop these out. Mama at home would be happy. No.
There you go.
Okay, so kind of starting at the outside here, following our circle geometry and basically coming in here and starting to transition over to follow that shape of those spoons. Following the kind of the outer perimeter here, coming in and kind of working the way up, and then kind of doing, you know, horizontal just back and forth right here, getting that material out of there. Like I said, we do have, you know, a little bit of gaps right here, but I do have a 50 thou step over set right now so we can see the tool path in there. So we definitely have to tighten that up. But, you know, like I've said in all the HSM classes, keep these tolerances or these step overs large first. Get your tool path looking the way you want. Make sure it's covering everything. It's what you're looking for. Then at the last thing that you do, go ahead and crank these babies down, and then you're good to go. That way you're not wasting time. You know, if you have this set to a 1 thou step over, you're obviously going to have much more lines in here, but your calculation time is going to be a little bit longer for you. So now the other thing in here is, if we go to our link section, we can kind of switch it up a little bit. So you can do, you know, from your first pass. So if you want to start from the outside and work your way in, and so, like right now we're starting on the inside and working our way out. You know, if you wanted to reverse that, you can come right here. You can do all the islands at the same time. Simple ordering is basically just kind of going within the ordering. So let's say if we have a couple of these parts sitting side by side here, it's not going to work on this one. Jump over to your other one, jump back, go back and forth that way. So, but you definitely have the options right there. You guys can switch it around to, you know, bi-directional also. So definitely you have all your options right here, all your ramping in and all that stuff. I'm not going to quite play this one through the solid verification because we'll be waiting just a little bit for the solid verify to keep up. But any questions on this one at all? Kind of zoom in on the center here. You guys can kind of see we've got that hex kind of center going on, and the tool path actually does follow that hex. Excuse me, very well. And you kind of see, I mean, even with the spoons kind of dishing down in there, you'll see that, you know, with the tool path, it still follows a little bit there. The next one comes by, does a little bit less, and then, you know, transitioning into a perfect straight line. So, all right, any questions, guys? I know this one's a little shorter than normal here. Like I said, trying to, you know, think of anything else I can show you with this part. Ronnie, is that a no or is that just an N?
I think that's a no, Kev.
N6.
Yep. Like it.
Okay.
I guess the point I'd like to emphasize too is a lot of control with the product, fellas. You can really, whatever you need, it's in the software probably somewhere. And it's just like, take my hat off to Kevin, trying to give you ideas of what all the capabilities are in the product, because it's robust. So.
Yeah, and if you guys are running parts too, I mean, like I said all along, with all these night classes, you guys have my email address. Definitely, guys, if you guys have questions on you know, you guys are doing an HSM part or, you know, anything in SolidCAM, let me know, or give us a call on the support line, because, you know, myself or any one of the support guys could definitely get you guys fixed up here.
Happy to help.
Definitely don't sit there.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't sit there and silently suffer. That's my biggest emphasis. I mean, I want to say the best support, crew out there, and we definitely, like I tell new customers, if you guys struggle for more than a minute, give us a call. And that's what we're here for. So, Ronnie, did someone hack into your account here, or your keyboard getting getting some weird typings from Ronnie here?
Anomalies, yep.
But I guess with that being said, guys, this will be uploaded to the YouTube 1, 2 o'clock, Central Time, or in the morning. I guess in a couple 4 hours it will be uploaded. Now I have been saving all these parts for you guys and sectioning them out. So if you guys were watching a video, when I started the night classes, I was just kind of doing the parts, throw them away, cleaning up the computer, but I have started saving all of them. So I can zip up all these for you guys if you guys just want to see examples. Or like I said, just shoot me an email and we can go through a part with you guys too. So, definitely come check out the channel here. And then last thing here is, you guys like what you see, tell your buddies about it, give us a name and a phone number, and they get in the demo. You guys get a $100 Visa gift card. I haven't showed this to you guys for quite a while here. No strings attached. And Steve, maybe you want to elaborate a little bit. You know more about this than I do here.
Yeah, we just, we don't have a huge advertising budget, guys, so we're working more on organic growth and word of mouth. So it's just kind of a nice way if you feel like you know somebody that we might be able to help and they'd be interested in taking a phone call just to explore SolidCAM. If they look at a quick demo, we send out the person who sent them our way a $100 Visa gift card. And if they would buy the software, there's a nice little reward on top of that. So would just appreciate anybody mentioning SolidCAM to anybody that they think we could help is what it boils down to.
Absolutely, and we're growing fast as is, but we can always grow faster.
Yep,
but
absolutely.
I guess that kind of wraps up everything, guys. Like I said, tonight we're running about 10 minutes faster than normal, but if you get, like I said, anything comes up along the way, guys, shoot me an email. I've been kind of talking about the certification test. Definitely go there, check it out. Has everybody, I know we have quite a few people that have come in here. Has everybody seen the certification page? Or is there anybody that has not seen the certification page? Let's put it that way. Might have got that in there too late, but I know we have quite a few people that have taken it. Let's see, got a couple guys in here that actually have taken it. Yeah, and check it out. It's a great way to test your skills, polish up that resume a little bit, get that nice little pretty certificate on your wall. Mm-hmm. But yeah, definitely check it out. And like I said before, guys, I can't thank you guys enough for attending the night class tonight. And any concerns or suggestions, send those over to me via email or give me a call. And any ideas, anything like that, we'll definitely add them in for you guys. So, and like I said, these classes are solely for you guys, doing it to just kind of help improve your guys' proficiency in SolidCAM. So, anything else?
Perfect, Kev. I'll just thank everybody for the time too, and we appreciate you all as customers, and we're here to help in any way I can. That's all I got, Kev.
All right, guys. Have a wonderful night, and next week we are going to be covering, getting into a little more complex. We're going to be doing combined constant Z with horizontal and linear next week. So some pretty cool tool paths there for getting real nice finishes on those mold cavities. So we'll be covering that next week. If you guys do have any parts that you guys want to see tool path throwing down on, send those over to me too, and we can, if you're okay with everybody else seeing them, we'll throw them on here and show you getting them programmed live using the horizontal machining and linear. So, all right, guys. Have a wonderful night, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye, guys.
Thanks, everyone. See ya.